How are y'all, and welcome back to another episode of KCG Plays. My name is Kevin, and today we are playing another challenge on Luck Be a Landlord. So this challenge is pretty simple. I'm just going to take all the hexes that I'm offered. So a lot of the hexes are things I don't normally take, so that's why I think this will be an interesting challenge. They give 3, so they should be good witches, but a lot of them have quite some negative side effects. But before we start, I have a question that was asked me in the comments, and I thought it was pretty interesting. It was, would you rather take a diver or a mega chest if you were offered them both at the same time? So a mega chest is the one, it gives 3 kinds per turn, and when it's destroyed it gives 100 kinds. And I was thinking about it, and I was thinking in most situations I'd probably rather have the diver, unless it was late game and I already had a strategy in place, which, you know, the diver didn't really fit, or I was worried about making rent. In those situations I might take the mega chest. I probably would, particularly if I already had a key or a lockpick, or one of the keys that gives you a double amount. Is it mega key perhaps? But let me know if you were in that situation, which one would you choose? Would you always choose the diver? Would you always choose the mega chest? Or would it depend on situations? And if so, which situations would you choose one over the other? So let me know. I thought it was an interesting question, and it'd be interesting to see people's opinions. I'm, as I said, predominantly diver. But for today, let's start. So like all challenges, we'll do it on floor 1. So just take every hex offered is the challenge, and let's see if we can win a run with all the hexes and the downsides associated with them. Obviously for this challenge, getting cleansing water would be great. That's the one that makes hexes have no downside. Also, we'll probably end up with a few hexes of tedium, so maybe cultists or crabs could be good. If we get an eldritch creature, it's probably a win just right there. We can remove hexes if we want, and we can of course destroy them if we are able to. So let's see how we get along. It's been a few days since I last played this, so we'll see if that also affects my gameplay. Let's take a crab. We will probably end up with quite a few commons, so I don't mind maybe trying to get a crab build going. Out of these, I don't particularly want any of them. I'll take rabbit because it has a slight amount of synergy. We might get Beastmaster maybe. So we made the first rent payment, and here we could get a bronze arrow, and blue pepper is pretty good early on, and just a guaranteed 3 for the next, probably the next rent payment completely. I'll take an anchor over the other choices. At least it has an option of occasionally giving me extra kinds. Here I think I'll take lockbox. Okay, great hit there with the anchor and the arrow pointed at it. Take a key for the lockbox. Maybe we'll go the entire run without seeing any hexes. Take a kind there. Not super happy about it, but better than the alternatives, I think. So we made the 50 rent payment, 100 now due in 6 spins. Here's a Hex of Hoarding, 30% chance of forcing you to add a symbol after this spin, so that's not the worst. Okay, checkered flag versus grave robber. I think we're hoping to get witches, so I think grave robber and spirits would be quite good. If we can fill the board with them, I'll be happy. Here I'll take a 3rd cat. Do I want 3 cats? Let's try it. Okay, I'll pick up an urn for the grave robber. And we are doing quite well. I don't mind taking a shiny pebble to just improve the rarity of our spins a little bit. Here a 5-sided dice. I think it's worth 3 on average. It has some decent synergies. That'll be okay. Another Do I want another cat? I don't think so. I'll take a dwarf. One dwarf to enable us to pick up beers and wines, I think is decent. So we made the 100 rent payment with 94 left over. That's not too bad. We now have 150 due in 6 spins. I'll take Hex of Draining. And I'll take Lucky 7. Okay, so this hit the arrow, I think. So that didn't affect us at all. I'll take a removal capsule. And here we are first forced to take a hex, so Hex of Destruction. We're forced to take a symbol, I think. Hex of Hoarding Spun. Here I'll take a second arrow. And I think, what do I don't want another cat, I'll take a monkey. And how are the number of symbols? We have 21 symbols, not too bad. Getting about 25 per spin. I don't particularly want. I'll take Owl because I think that has a synergy with witches. Okay, 35 per spin. So we made the 150 rent payment with 100 left over. So pretty much the scaling at the speed of rent at the moment. So 225 now due in 7 spins. I'll take another Hex of Draining. And I'll take Pizza the Cat. So our cats are now worth something. Okay, 36. We're not doing too bad. Do we have a mouse? We don't. So I could take Sapphire just because it's worth 2. We do have cheese already though, so I wouldn't mind picking up a mouse. So I'll take a second cheese in that case. Okay, a few things got hit by the Hex of Draining. I'll take an item capsule. Okay, that's not bad now. So it makes our lucky stone worth 2. Okay, 40 on that spin, that's great. Oh, silver arrow versus a diamond. I think silver arrow is probably better. I think silver arrow is probably better. If it just hits a hex, that's an extra 3. That's an extra 6. So yeah, it just needs to hit something that's worth 3 to make it better than the diamond. I'll take a void creature. Okay, let's remove the flower, and let's remove the kine. I don't know if you can hear, but they're someone's cutting the grass outside, so apologies if that's too loud. So 300 now due in 7 spins. We made that rent payment with 132 left over, which is more than we had last time. 300 now due in 7 spins. We need about 40 per spin. Take another Hex of Destruction. I'll take a treasure map. Okay, there goes our owl. So with the Hexes of Destruction, we'll probably want to be adding symbols as much as we can. Oh, no. There goes our silver arrow. That's not great. I'll take a target. Or thief. With the Hexes of Destruction, thief could be good. There goes our bronze arrow. I'll take a Hex of Emptiness. Okay, let's take a cultist. There goes our dwarf. These Hexes of Destruction are having a grand time. Maybe we can pivot late game into cultists. I'll take, how's our inventory? So with the Hexes of Destruction going off, we're going to want to take as many symbols as we can. So 300, we only have 79 left over. That loss of the silver arrow, I'd say, really hit us. So 350 now due in 8 spins. Let's take a tedium capsule. Okay, we could take, do we still have our rabbit? We do, we could take Mori the rabbit. Okay, 32. Oh, the eldritch creature. Okay, this is great, but it means we have to remove these hexes of destruction. I don't know if they can actually trigger on the eldritch creature, or whether that'll destroy them first. I don't know how that interaction works, but I think if we're going to win this challenge, which I believe we will now, I don't particularly want to find out. Okay, so we're getting 46, 5 spins to get 250. So we're still not out of the woods yet. 56 that turn. We still need something. If we could destroy this thief, that would be enough. I'll take a banana. Do we still have the monkey? We do. 250, 350 in 2 spins. Let's take a treasure chest. Oh no, have we made it? We have made it. Okay, I don't need to worry so much. Let's take milk. Yeah, it looks like the hex can trigger on the creature, even when the creature destroys it, so they can be removed by the hex of destruction. We made that rent payment with 51 left over, so not too bad. 425 now due in 8 spins. And here is a diver. I will take him. And I'll take a small symbol bomb. Let's pick up a hex of tedium, and let's pick up an urn. There goes our thief, giving us only 51. Let's take a milk for our cats. Oh, the diver removes the anchor. I did not know that. Okay, let's take a geologist. So we have 3 eaters now. So we should be in a decent spot. Let's take a milk for the cats. All 3 cats got it. That's excellent. 82. Okay, yeah, we should definitely make this next rent payment. We're very low down on symbols, so let's take another owl just to fill it up. I'll take a chemical 7. Here I'll take a hexadraining. Hit our geologist. Okay, could have been bad, but we made the rent payment with 99 left over, so 575 now due in 9 spins. King Midas, I don't think so. Let's re-roll and let's take something. Buffing capsule could be great if it hits certain things, and lockpick. It's good. We still have this treasure chest, and it was hit by a buffing capsule. That's great. 104. And I'll take a milk for all the cats. Okay, only 43 that time. Let's take another urn. Where's our geologist? I'll take a bar of soap to help fill up the empties. Okay, 50. Take a shiny pebble to improve rarity and get eaten by the geologist. Here I'll take a cultist for the eldritch creature. Okay, I'll take another anchor for the diver. So basically just taking things that will improve our eaters. I'll take a crab for the diver. And here I'll take another crab for the diver. Okay, we're making 60, so we made the 575 rent payment with 64 left over. It didn't quite scale as much as rent, so 625 now due in 9 spins. So with the gold we have, we need about 560, so that's about 540. So it's about 60 per spin we need to get the next rent payment. Another frozen fossil is great, and swapping device is also great. So this should break straight away. So we just need to move the diver. There goes the lawnmower again. I'll take a mouse for the cheese, and we can eat straight away. That's great. So with swapping device and the second eldritch creature, we should make this no problem. So I have a choice between hexes here, and I think I'll take Hex of Thievery just because it eliminates the chance of making one of these cost 0 when it gets eaten. I'll take a wealthy capsule. I'll add 2 symbols to swap. Let's put that here because it has a chance of hitting both of these. Okay, let's take a coconut, as we do have the monkey, and let's put the coconut. Let's put the monkey next to the coconut. Hopefully it breaks and goes there. Excellent. And they got hit by a bronze arrow, so a good hit there by the monkey. I'll take a pearl, and let's put it next to both of them. Excellent. So we have 3 spins. Let's take a Hex of Destruction. And let's just remove the Hex of Destruction, because removals still work with the eldritch creatures. That's what makes them different from the other 2. If you remove something, it still puts up the counter, whereas these actually have to destroy or remove the symbols themselves. Here, let's just put this so it has a chance of being hit by the arrow. Okay, let's take another cheese for the mouse. We have a very empty board just because we have so many consumers. I'll take a snail for the diver, and let's put the snail next to the diver, I guess. So we made with the addition of the swapping device, we made the rent payment with 137 left over. So 675 now due in 10 spins. We need about 50 odd per spin, which shouldn't be a problem. Let's re-roll and see if we can get something good, like another frozen fossil. This is never going to work for us. This is just 2 every spin, so let's take it. Okay, it doesn't matter about swapping symbols. And let's take, is an urn better than a bar of soap? So bar soap gives us 3 of these. These each give us 6, so that's 18 plus 3. That's 21. This gives us a spirit, which gives us 16. So this bar soap is actually better. Okay, but an urn is okay by itself. Don't really need to use our swapping device at the moment. I think this is pretty much one. Let's take a coconut for the monkey. Let's put the coconut here, so at least the monkey will get one of the coconut halves. Okay, let's take a milk. Okay, where is the other cat? It's not on the board, so we just leave it. If I put this here. I think it's got a good chance of hitting something. Okay, I guess take the anchor, or the ore for the geologist actually would have been better. Where is that anchor? It's not on the board. And the monkey is getting the coconut, so no problem. Okay, here we don't want any of these things. Let's re-roll and take a shiny pebble for the geologist. Okay. And here, let's take a Hex of Thievery. It's already next to something. Let's put the geologist next to the shiny pebble. And it did make my eldritch creature... No, it didn't. I thought it made it worth 0. Let's take a big urn. Okay, we don't have any synergies, I don't think, at the moment. We still have a coin left over. Okay, let's take an ore for the geologist. He's already next to it, that's perfect. Okay, we made our 675 rent payment with 473 left over, so 777 due in 10 spins. Another frozen fossil, sure. And coins give 3 times more, or mining pick. So this give me an extra 2, this could give me more. Don't need to swap any. We now have our 4th eldritch creature. So yeah, this run is pretty much, I mean, as soon as we got the first one, it was pretty much over. And definitely once we got swapping device, it's such a strong item. Let's try to remember, I was going to call it relic there for a second, but I'm like, no, that's the wrong game. It's such a strong item, particularly when you have consumers, because you can just take symbols and immediately have them eaten. The only problem with consumers generally is that they can fill up your board if you get unlucky and they don't end up next to the item they're consuming. But with swapping device, you can immediately have them eaten, just clear your board instantly, which is great. So I'm going to move the oyster actually away from the diver, if I remember. Let's put you next to the shiny pebble. Let's take a Hex of Destruction and let's remove it so we don't have to endanger either or any of our eldritch creatures. Let's take a snail for the diver and let's put it next to the diver. Okay, I don't want any of these. Do we have anything to remove billionaires? We don't. Oh, this removes witches. Let's take a billionaire. Sure, why not? Okay, we don't want to swap anything. Great hit there with the bronze arrow. Let's take a safe. I was thinking with milk, if we get multiple cats, we might be able to, it might be worth more, but safe is just the safe pick. And we made the last rent payment, 777 with 872 left over. So that challenge was another challenge for the win column. And looking back, obviously once we got the eldritch creature, as I suspected, the challenge became a whole lot easier. But even before that, I think we were scaling faster than rent. I think the addition of a few witches could definitely have also won. You definitely need something like a board full of hexes. I suspect wouldn't win the last few rent payments. It needs at least 1 or 2 multipliers, and hexes of destruction are just like so dangerous. The rest of the hexes are annoying, but hexes of destruction I think can actually destroy your run, which is why I made sure to remove them rather than wait for them to be removed by the eldritch creatures. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, give us a like and subscribe to see more. We'll be back tomorrow with another floor 9 run. So yeah, subscribe to see that. And give us a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the challenge. And if you have any ideas for any future challenges, leave them in the comment section and I will add them to the list. Until then, guys, cheers for now.